differences between the two styles?
Right. I feel like the differences between the two styles, kind of like Coach Gillespie, he I don't feel like he kind of connects with players. I feel like the way they coaching is different. It's like Coach Lee has so much energy. Coach B had energy, but I feel like the two different energies it's kind of hard to compare. You know what I'm saying? Coach P kind of gets like kind of gets hot during games and kind of like goes to the players like kind of work on these specific things. Coach G kind of does it in his own specific way. It's kind of it's unique to him personally. I feel like that's pretty cool that way.
So he still has his voice after the first quarter.
Right. Yes, sir.
Well, when you think about the differences between past camps and this one that's coming up, what stands out to you about things that might be different at TCU right now than in the past?
I feel like the energy at the moment. I feel like most players on the team, we know what we have to do coming into the camp. I feel like everybody's kind of focused on their specific goals for themselves, and as a position group, as a team, I feel like we are locked into what we need to do. And I feel like the energies as a team in a whole, kind of like the family, because we bonded over this past spring, and as the coaches came in, we got to know each other as people, as players, as teammates. And I feel like we got to show that on the field, and I feel like this camp going in, everybody's kind of excited because we know we got something special.
Dylan, you guys lost O'Shawn. Sorry, right here in front. Do you feel like that's added a little bit more weight to your shoulders just to be able to be the guy to get to the quarterback?
Right. O'Shawn, great teammate, great player. I feel like we got players coming in. We have like freshmen, transfers, and everything. I feel like the weight isn't necessarily added to my shoulders. I feel like it's added to the position group because he is a great player. He was getting to the backfield almost every third down, every fourth down, everything like that. I feel like everybody kind of knows what happened, and I feel like we're gonna rise up to the occasion.
Can you remind everyone what you played in high school, just so people will believe us?
Right. I played strong safety.
How much do you weigh now?
I weigh about 272.
So you had a pretty good strength and conditioning program under Coach Cos, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you talk about how much that meant to you having him around?
It meant a lot. I feel like Mark talked about it a little bit, but he emphasized nutrition and just being healthy and being available. I feel like that emphasis kind of just allows you to know what's good, what's bad, to put in your body to feel the energy that you need to be productive and kind of come to work every day and set goals for yourself and achieve them in a ways like unique to yourself.
So what have you learned about yourself? Are you pacing yourself better? Did you have more that you could give? What have you discovered through all this fitness stuff?
That's a good question. Personally, about myself, I feel like I got to understand my body a little bit more. I got to understand, my specific body type and what kind of protein and carbs I need to eat before, during, and after workouts, and kind of emphasize on fruits and vegetables at a certain time of the day, and kind of cut some stuff out of my diet and kind of work that way. I feel like nutrition was something that we really got onto, and we kind of rode that wave all the way through spring and summer.
Now that you have this kind of new understanding on the nutrition and strength and conditioning side, has that impacted your on-field goals coming into this year at all?
I wouldn't so. Just because with the emphasis on nutrition and everything, I feel like my goals could be higher. I feel like my conditioning that way could also be higher. I feel like sometimes I was tired during the games last year, and now that I feel like I have a certain body percentage that I feel like I'm moving a little bit different because I weigh a little bit more and I'm moving different basically, and I feel like my goals could reflect that and the defense change.
Dylan, from a schematic standpoint, you find this a lot more fun now in the stack as a defensive lineman, be able with all the movement and be able to just go get after it as opposed to playing the 4 down, a lot of reading, keeping offensive line off backers and stuff.
Right. I feel like the responsibilities are different, just a little bit because you're 4 down, and kind of with Coach P, we're outside contained a lot of times. With this defense here, we kind of have the range to have go on the B gap, 3 technique all the way to the 4. We have a little bit more range to do more things. And with that being said, the responsibilities are different, and I feel like that in itself is fun because now I get to do different things.
We'll go 2 more questions for Dylan.
You were talking about obviously nutrition, but another thing you guys do is the tracking, the GPS tracking and all that. What do you learn from that stuff? And do you even understand what all that information is?
Right. We're the tracking.
The trackers and stuff. Yeah.
Like we have different ones, but some one measures your heart rate, other measures the oxygen level in your muscles, the other one measures the speed that you run. I feel like all that information just kind of helps you understand how hard you're working. And for me personally, I like knowing the numbers so I can compare if you're working hard.
So you do see benchmarks and you realize where you can push harder or maybe.
Right.
That's probably not a spot where you say you can push back a little bit, but you feel like you push harder.
Right, and you can kind of see how your body's reacting to the workouts and how much oxygen you're using, and when you need to breathe more. Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool.
That extra data point, if coaches use that in meetings to say, hey man, you didn't quite get full effort in this, or maybe not to you clearly, but
Right.
Younger guys or something, is that a coaching point now that's added on top of all the other ones that have historically been around?
I believe so. I believe when you look at the numbers, you can see specific people who are working extremely hard compared to other people with different body type who are working, hard but not as hard as somebody else. Basically, you see the numbers on the screen and everything. You kind of can look for yourself and for other people. It's kind of like